Hi everyone, Mike from CCTV Camera Pros here. In this video, I'm going to give you a tour of my home security camera system. At my house here, I have all Viewtron IP camera installed and I have them all connected to a Viewtron IP camera NVR. My hopes is this will give customers ideas on where to install security cameras around a home that's similar to mine. So I have 6 cameras installed, and that's probably on the low count side for a home my size. Typically a house is going to have between 4 and 8 cameras. A medium-sized home like mine, it's usually more like 8 cameras, but I have 6. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the live view of the cameras on the NVR to show you the quality that these 4 megapixel and 4K resolution IP cameras provide. And then I'll show you on the NVR also how I have the AI software configured to detect humans in certain areas and vehicles out in the front here, so that in addition to the 24/7 around the clock video recording, the NVR also bookmarks those object detection events. That makes it really convenient whenever you have to go back and look for an event. You can easily jump to the areas when there was activity and skip over the areas where there was nothing going on. And then last, I'll show you the physical location where each of my cameras are installed, so you can see the different junction boxes and mount options that I used to give you some ideas for that. Here is the live camera view of my home security camera system. This is the 4K HDMI monitor output of the IP camera NVR that the cameras are connected to. One by one, I'm going to double click on each camera so that you can see the full screen view. I have a Viewtron IP-A8D. It's a 4K AI dome camera to monitor my front door. The camera that I use to monitor my driveway is the Viewtron IP-A8BL. This is also a 4K resolution AI camera, but it's a bullet style and it has a motorized zoom lens. It does a really good job of providing a nice wide angle. The camera that I monitor the other side of my driveway and my front yard and the entrance of my walkway is the IP-A4BZ. That's a 4 megapixel AI camera, and that's a bullet style camera. The camera that I have installed to monitor the north side of my house, this is one side of my house, is the IP-A4D. That's a 4 megapixel AI camera, also a dome. And then on the south side of my house, I have a IP-A8BL. That's a 4K resolution bullet camera. That one has a fixed lens. And then for my pool, I have a 4 megapixel IP-A4BZ, another 4 megapixel bullet camera. Again, I have all AI security cameras installed around my house because I use object detection recording in addition to continuous recording, which I'll show you now. If I go into the settings of the NVR and then click on the people vehicle detection under AI event, that'll open up the configuration screen for the AI settings. On my front door camera, I have intrusion detection set up, and you can see the zone that I have set up here. And I have it set up to detect humans. Obviously, there's not going to be any motorized or non-motorized vehicles there. And then for the trigger mode, I have it set to record and take a snapshot. Actually, all the cameras are set to recording and to take a snapshot, but you can also set push notifications and other alarms. For my driveway camera, the intrusion zone is set up this way. And on my driveway, the target detection is set to human objects, motor vehicles, and non-motorized vehicles. By the way, non-motorized vehicles are like bicycles and golf carts and things like that. So my front yard camera, it's a bit blocked these days by that bush that's kind of a bit overgrown next to my flag, but I have that basically monitoring my whole front yard here and the sidewalk in front of it. And that detection is set up to human and vehicles, again, because someone might be pulling into my driveway. And on the north side of my house, this is what the intrusion zone looks like, basically covering that entire side yard. And the detection target obviously only needs to be humans there. I'm not even going to show you the rest of them. They're pretty obvious. The other side, same thing, monitoring basically the entire side yard around my pool equipment and set to human object detection. And then my pool, basically I have a detection zone covering that entire patio area that lets me know anytime a person is in that area. So if I close that out, I can go back to the live security camera view. So one other thing I'm going to show you is if I go to a single camera view and click playback, here's what the recorded video surveillance playback looks like. And that timeline on the right, the dark blue is notating the continuous video recording, and then those light blue segments are notating anytime there was an AI object detection event, in this case by my front door, a human object detection. You can click full screen to hide that timeline, and you could bring it back by exiting the full screen mode. I'll jump to one other human detection event. Another one of my wife approaching the front door. She's always working in her garden. She's constantly out there getting detected by these cameras, actually. And then when I'm done, I can exit the full screen mode. And when I'm all done playing the video playback, I can click this X in the lower right to return back to the live security camera view. And then I can return to the 6 camera view by clicking on that grid icon along the bottom of the screen. Next, I want to show you how I have each of my security cameras installed. I used a Viewtron L bracket to install the Dome IP camera at my front door. I do not typically recommend the L bracket for outdoor installations because it is not entirely weatherproof, but my front door area is covered in this case, so it has worked out just fine. My driveway camera is installed using a Viewtron junction box. I do highly recommend using one of these weatherproof junction boxes for all outdoor installations. It provides a nice weatherproof container for the RJ45 connection for IP cameras. It also works great to conceal BNC connections for BNC security cameras. The same junction box is installed on the other side of my garage. These round junction boxes are 5.5 inches in diameter. We also have a smaller version that is 4.6 inches in diameter. Actually, here's the smaller junction box that is used to mount the Dome IP camera on the north side of my house. It is mounted on top of a standard PVC electrical junction box because I have some additional cable run there for my cable TV and a spot monitor that I have in my living room. On the south side of my house is a 4K Bullet IP camera mounted on another outdoor junction box. Pay no attention to that uncovered cable that's by the camera. That was our pool contractor that put that in place for the pool controls. Last, here's the 4 megapixel Bullet IP camera that is installed to monitor my pool area. That is a huge PVC electrical junction box there, and obviously much larger than what is needed to install a security camera. The reason for that is there are 2 other cables run to that location, one for that wireless access point and another for my pool controller. Guys, I hope this video has been helpful. I want to mention a few things before I wrap up. Like I mentioned, I have an IP camera system on my house with a Viewtron IP camera NVR and all Viewtron AI security cameras. But that user interface that you saw me navigating on the NVR, that interface is the same for Viewtron BNC camera DVRs, and we have really nice BNC camera systems too if you have coax cable in place. In addition, these Viewtron systems come with mobile apps for iPhone and Android, so you can view your security cameras remotely and also play back recorded video. And we also have desktop software for Mac and Windows for remote camera viewing and DVR and NVR management and video playback. If you want to learn more about all of our Viewtron security cameras and recorders and all of our systems, we have a whole bunch of additional demo videos. Actually, all the Viewtron cameras have demo videos, so you can see the video quality before you buy. We have demos, multiple demos of the mobile apps and the desktop software. You can learn about all this stuff at www.cctvcamerapros.com/Viewtron. Thank you for watching.